Hello and welcome to Markets Weekly. My name is Zohaib Fazal, and in today's session, we are going to talk about how the markets behaved last week and some of the major news that's going to affect the markets next week, and what is the market trajectory for the next week. So let's talk about how the markets performed last week. So last week, the markets till Thursday were quite bullish. In fact, Nifty touched about 24,850 on the upside on Thursday, and on Friday it again opened, flat, and then from there we saw a wave of selling. So it fell about 350 points on the downside on Friday. So on close to close basis, I think the markets did not, make too much of a big move. I think it was 24,500, which was the last week's closing, and I think it closed about 24,530 in the current week. So from close to close basis, I think the markets did not go too much, on the upside. But if you look at the highs, it was 24,850 on the upside, which was quite a bullish territory for the markets. Now, this is the ongoing result season, and from that perspective, we got four results over the weekend. HDFC Bank hasn't been performing quite well. Its deposit growth as well as its loan book growth, has been muted. I mean, it's not too much impressive. So from that perspective, I think, and this is something which has also got priced into the stock. So I'm not expecting HDFC Bank to fall too much on the back of lower deposit growth as well as lower advance growth by the bank. On the other hand, Kotak Bank has come up with very impressive numbers. It has, bet the street expectations, and there is a very high likelihood that Kotak Bank is going to open on a higher side. Now, whether that higher side will be sustained throughout the day, or will there be selling in Kotak Bank, that is something that we will have to see tomorrow. Reliance also came out with results over the weekend, and the results were a mixed bag. The O2C segment, which is the refinery segment of Reliance, did not do as much as the street expected. But their telecom sector has done exceptionally well, and overall, the results are below the street expectations, but they are minor below the street expectations. So not expecting again a very big move in Reliance as well. But I think Kotak Bank is something which has come up with stellar results, which has also bet the expectations, and that's where Kotak Bank is expected to open on the higher side. The next big event that's going to affect the market next week is the budget. Budget is on Tuesday. There is an economic survey that will be presented on Monday. Though both these things are also going to have an impact on the markets. In fact, the VIX is expected to shoot up. So those who are planning to sell options tomorrow, the idea is that you should wait for a day, and those who have already got have already sold a straddle or a strangle, or who have sold options, there is a likelihood that you might see an M2M loss, considering the VIX to go up due to the budget on Tuesday. From budget perspectives, again, there's a lot of news which is out there in the media. There is an expectation that in order to curb the excess speculation that has been happening in the Indian markets on the derivatives front, there might be some measures that will be taken up by the finance ministry in order to curb that. So one big rumor that has been going on in the market is that the lot size of option contracts, of the index option contracts, which is today at about 5 lakh rupees, and is going to go up to about 25 to 30 lakh rupees. So just from a perspective of Nifty, I think the 25 lot size contract that we have, I think the minimum lot size is going to go up to about 100 to 120, 125 quantity. So that's going to have a minor impact. It's not going to have a major impact. The effect that's going to have a major impact on the market, or the taxation that's going to have a major impact on the market, is going to be any changes to the capital gains tax. So if the capital gains tax goes up, then there is a very high likelihood that this market might see some kind of a profit booking. But again, just wanted to highlight that this is a liquidity driven market, and this is a market which is on the highs because of the retail money that has been pouring in. Also understand that there is a lot of money on the sidelines, and once the market corrects a bit, you will be able to see a lot of this money which is which has not participated in this rally to start immediately pumping in that money. So from that perspective, not expecting too much of a major downside in the market. Again, from a technical perspective, and this is more from a medium term perspective, my expectation is 25,000 should be broken on the upside. Nifty should witness about 25,200 to 25,500 on the upside, and that's where technically there might be some kind of a profit booking that would kick in, which will drag the markets lower by about 5 to 10%, but that is in a medium term range. From a short term perspective, 24,500 is a very strong support zone for the markets. We should see some kind of support that is building into the market, and let's say if 24,500 breaks on the downside, we might look at 24,250 odd levels in Nifty. But consider that this is a budget week, so technicals generally do not work in such a scenario. It is going to be news that's going to, or the budget that is going to decide the next course of action. From FII-DIA perspective, the institutional net flows, FIIs have bought stocks close to about 11,000 crores in the last week, while DIIs have sold 4,000 to 5,000 crores worth of stocks. So it's net 5,000 crores positive for the for the markets, and that is propelling the markets on the higher side. So from Monday's perspective, I think 24,500 should act as a very strong support zone for the markets, and markets should try to stabilize at that level. But if 24,500 is broken on the downside, then we should start seeing some kind of stability that would kick in only at 24,200 to 24,250 odd levels. From a resistance perspective, I think 25,000 to 25,200 might act as some kind of resistance for the markets. But again, would like to highlight that considering budget, if there is something quite favorable for the markets, then we might even see 25,200 to 25,500 on the upside. So the market has got a potential to go up to 25,500. So it's not a good idea to short the markets at 25,000 points. This is a long buy on dips market, so any opportunity of 24,200 on the downside should give a buy on dips buy on dips benefit for the market participants who want to invest, or who want to trade in these markets. All in all, I think this is the expectation. I think once the budget is announced, and we understand the implications of that, maybe I will come up with another video to decide what are the new resistance or the support zones that the market would find itself in. That's it for today. Thank you for tuning into this video, and wish you a happy trading next week. Thank you, and bye bye.